Welcome to REI Pro Talk, where real estate investors turn for the latest news, tips, and tricks from the real in the trenches pros. Tune in to hear Chris Goff, the nation's premier real estate investing powerhouse. Join up with other top pros in the investing world as they cover every topic. No fluff, no filler, no holds barred. All you need to know from start to paycheck.
How you doing?
Doing great. How you guys doing?
Doing well. What you got?
I got my son has a fairly new house. It's about 2-3 years old that he wants to sell because it's a little bit too small for him now. But he presently has it on Airbnb, and the present occupants would like to buy it. But I thought about so I can't get any comps in the area because the subdivision is relatively new, so there haven't been a whole lot of after sales or anything to comp. But I have an idea what the price,
what it could sell for.
Yeah.
Okay.
But where I got stuck was on the preliminary conversation with the people. They're willing to buy it, and they're willing to do seller finance.
So they want to seller finance. They don't want to go to the bank. They want to
Right.
finance it. Okay.
So where I got kind of hung up was on the amount of down payment that we should be looking at to charge them interest rate, and under the
let me shift gears. I would not do a seller finance because it's a newer home. I would see if they would be willing to do a lease option. And the reason why, if you do a seller finance, you could go two different ways. You could either give them the deed or don't give them the deed. In your case, I would say don't give them the deed, which would be called a contract for deed. Okay. A lot of attorneys don't like using that anymore. People want to get the deed, but you as the seller, you don't want to give away the deed. And it may be a better fit to actually do a lease option on that. And from a lease option standpoint, I was always try to get 3 to 5% down. Now, keep in mind, that's going to be credited to the purchase price.
right.
Okay. And then whatever the going monthly rate is, and then only go 12 months on this deal. Do not go longer than 12 months on this deal. Otherwise, it's not technically considered a lease for residential property. If after 12 months, they can't get financing, you could always extend the agreement, assuming that they've taken care of the property, they pay on time, all of those good things. So this might be better for a lease option than a seller finance. And again, without seeing the house and all the numbers and all that good stuff, just that general conversation, I think that would be a better fit. It's a shorter term. It is going to get some money down on the property, maybe not as much as a seller finance, but the best thing is that it's a lease with option and you don't have to give the deed away. Okay. So, especially, is there a mortgage on it?
Yes.
So
And also that which it's in Texas.
Oh, it's in Texas?
Yeah.
Then you might have to go the seller finance route. You're not going to get in trouble doing a lease option. As long as you disclose everything in Texas. Just, I don't like to teach that publicly. Like if I go back to Texas, which I've done hundreds of deals there and I have attorneys still there, I would probably do it. You see people doing it. It's really all in the paperwork. From a public, when I speak publicly in places like this, I don't really advise doing it. I usually go to the seller finance. I hate to advise one way or the other with this, knowing now that you're in Texas. The seller finance is the safest route from Texas law.
Right.
The lease option is the safest route for you as the owner of the property.
Well, I'll figure something out. I might need to call my my attorney.
If you do the seller finance route, absolutely have them draw up the agreement.
Yes.
If you do the lease option route, ask the attorney about the lease option. Of course, most of them will say, no, don't do it, but you never know.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for listening to REI Pro Talk. If you've ever wanted to jump into the real estate game, get started with the #1 software for real estate investors on the planet, REI Pro. Start for free at www.myreipro.com.